talking about brand new toys that are going to be releasing and getting hyped for them on the channel when I have unboxed this. We got Lightning Collection figures over here. Guys, this is insane. So, enjoy the video, but I'm still disappointed in myself. Did I unbox this? I don't think so. Not this. There's something wrong with me. Let's get into it. Welcome back to Bassif, everyone. No, I don't hate the Lightning Collection. It just seems that way since I haven't taken the time to unbox 4 of them, guys. I'm way behind on the toy reviews. Those just take a little bit longer to make, and it's not like I actually, play with them. That's just not my thing. I love them for display, and that's the thing. Even I unboxed the Doggy Kruger figure, and I put it back in the box once I was done because I love that for display. So, I guess I don't really have a huge incentive, but I promise I'm going to get around to them. I'm trying to get the entirety of Wave 2 to unbox at the same time. I don't know if I'm going to get to that, but enough rambling. We got news for Wave 3 of the Lightning Collection recently, which is very exciting because I love the set of figures. It's going back and, making high-quality figures of some of my favorite characters. Doggy Kruger is my favorite Power Ranger character of all time, and they did him. Absolutely love it. And now they're going back and doing even more of my favorite characters. We're going to get into that with Wave 3 and also talk about the possibility of already knowing what's in store for Wave 4. A little bit of a backstory. About a month ago, this wave was actually leaked. Walmart had listings for every single one of the Rangers that I'm about to talk about, and they also had listings for the wave after that. So it looks like the wave after that is completely true as well, because this one that was just announced is the same as the Walmart listings. So it looks like we have a Wave 3 and 4 confirmed at this point. I mean, Hasbro only technically confirmed Wave 3, but considering those rumors were true, I'm guessing that Wave 4 was accurate as well. And I didn't cover it at the time because it was just rumors, and I don't really like getting into that if it's just really up in the air. I know there were listings and everything, but I feel like it wasn't worth talking about, especially because they could have announced it like the day later. And yeah, so let's go ahead and get into the actual listings that we have for Wave 3, and it's really good. We have Blaze from Beast Morphers, which makes sense, and they'll keep up with the current trends. We got Red Beast Morphers and Gold Beast Morphers, which is right here in Wave 2, so it looks like they're trying to do the entire team, which I hope they end up doing because I really love those suits. We also got Yellow MMPR, which is going to be Trini. That's cool. I'm not the biggest MMPR fan, but I know a lot of people are, and you get the casual fans in there as well. Speaking of casual fans, we have the Blue Zeo Ranger. Not too excited about that one. Just not a fan of that character or Zeo all that much, but there are a lot of Zeo fans, so I'm glad that they are getting that figure. And then my favorite one, the one I'm most excited for, we're getting Red SPD. SPD is my favorite season of all time, and Jack is one of my favorite Rangers of all time. And, they already did Doggy Kruger, so the Lightning Collection is just definitely in my favor right now. I'm so hyped for Blaze and Jack. Although, of course, they could end up putting multiple heads in there, so you could get Sky, Jack, or Bridge. I would love to see that, because, I guess at one point you may be able to get around that by making SPD green and blue, which, you know what? I'm all for, because if they're going to make more SPD figures, I'm going to buy them, and that's kind of a way around it, because making more head sculpts costs a lot more money, and they want to keep this at a low $20, which I totally understand. I think it's a great price point. If they put more heads in there, they probably have to jack up the price. They probably don't want to do that. So I'd imagine at one point they're going to release green SPD and blue SPD, and then you can kind of swap the heads then, because the Rangers were different colors at some point. Even Bridge was blue SPD, if you remember that as well. I love the idea of having these head sculpts, because if you think about it as well, we can put Blaze's head on Devin's figure, because he, in a couple of scenes, was the Red Beast Morphers Ranger, and he was supposed to be the Red Beast Morphers Ranger. So I love playing around with things like that, just little moments. I think it's great. Same thing I was talking about with Jack and Sky and everybody. You can do the same thing with the Yellow MMPR. If we get a Yellow Zeo Ranger, you can swap the heads there, because I think that character's name is Aisha, was also in MMPR and was the Yellow Ranger. So a lot of people are wondering if they're going to come out with figures that have multiple head sculpts or what, because some Rangers were multiple different people. But I think that eventually they're just going to try and release figures that correspond with that, and you can swap the heads if you want, if you're following me. Let's go ahead and talk about Wave 4 real quick, and this is not confirmed, but it seems like it's definitely happening. So we have MMPR Blue. They're continuing with MMPR, which is fine. You know, I think that's okay. I'm not the biggest MMPR fan, like I've said, but it's nice to have those figures because I do like the idea that MMPR was the first Power Ranger season. It adds a little bit more value to it than I would initially give it because I wasn't a fan of that season or seasons. So I'm still gonna get it. I think it's nice. We also have Time Force Red, another one of my all-time favorites, guys. They're just going with all of my favorite Rangers. Even it's back there. Tyler from Dino Charge, one of my favorite Rangers as well. It's like all the Red Rangers are some of my favorite. I don't know if I would say Devin's one of my all-time favorite yet, but I love Beast Morphers, so that Red Ranger was great. We're getting Jack, one of my, probably my favorite Red Ranger of all time. Either that or Wes, which, speaking of which, Time Force Red is rumored for Wave 4, but moving on, went off on a tangent for a second. And then we got Ranger Slayer in the next wave as well. I'd imagine there'd be another figure in there. So yeah, probably another Beast Morphers figure because they seem to be doing that. I'd hope it'd be yellow, you know, get that Ranger in there, or silver. Obviously, they don't really have too many others to go off of. Really, if they put any Beast Morphers Ranger in there, I'm gonna be happy. I mean, that's pretty much all I have to say. I just wanted to give my thoughts on the announcement of this recent wave and the potential Wave 4, and I'd imagine sooner or later we're going to get listings for the next couple waves, or, you know, rumors for that. And they release random figures at certain stores, so they might not necessarily be part of a wave, because the waves seem to be 4 figures that you can find at any store, and then there are some exclusives like the blue Psycho Ranger and the black MMPR Ranger with the shield, which I find awesome, but they're really expensive and hard to find right now. I already made a video talking about Rangers that I would like to see in the future be put into the Lightning Collection. I don't know if any of them that I listed off there have been announced yet or rumored. I'm going to have to go back and watch that video, but go ahead and watch it if you want on the channel. It's there, and yeah, that's all I have to say for today, so stay tuned and I'll catch you all in the next video.